How you doing, everybody? It's Sophisticated Spy, and we're gonna get started today on the cards. I'm just gonna let you know that, I believe the spirits wanted me to let you guys know, they can move through mattresses, they can move through walls, they can move through couches. These spirits are very strong, and they know how to touch people. Um, they know how to present themselves, letting you know that they're from the other side. Um, so we'll get started, and I'm gonna start with the tarot deck. Because I've really been feeling them in my energy lately. They like to rub on my back. I don't know what it is about my back, but they like to rub on my back. It's weird. But I know it's spirits that have crossed over, so they possibly need my help, and I'm willing to help. Just let me sleep at night. That's all I ask. Don't do no weird stuff, like making portals, things of that nature. I don't see no spirits around me right now. It's always when I'm laying down in my bed, they like to rub on my back on a regular basis. It's like they like being in the bed with me, which is weird. So we're gonna get this reading started. We have the Strength card that wants to come out, and it says courage, passion, subtle power, persuasion, influence, inner strength, focus, and compassion. We got all these that came out, so we're gonna take them all. We got the Four of Swords. Somebody needs to rest, getting relaxation, meditation. Somebody could have passed away. Somebody's contemplating. Somebody was recuperating. Somebody was retreating. It was a renewal and solitude. This could have been a spirit that crossed over, most definitely. They were in abundance. They had the Ace of Pentacles. Manifestation, opportunity, new careers and financial opportunity, new venture. Somebody had prosperity, but they crossed over. That's what I want to let everybody know. One thing about life, it could be very tricky. If you make a left turn or walk on the right side of the street, you never know where life could take you. So somebody had a tower moment, most definitely. Yep, somebody passed away. Somebody that was strong passed away, that had money. They had a tower moment. Something happened. They could have got killed, shot, a fire. Yep, sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revolution, a disaster, awakening. Somebody needs to release. Yes, that spirit needs to release all that anger. Somebody got sudden insight. And we have the Wheel of Fortune out here. Somebody got good luck, karma, life cycles, destiny. Somebody's at a turning point. Somebody's having change. Somebody can't defeat the inevitable, fate. Somebody has ups and downs, and something is unpredictable. And we have heartbreak. So one of these spirits could have passed over that has a heartbreak. Could have been a third-party situation. Yet they suffering in grief now. They have emotional pain, sorrow, hurt. It was a divorce, a loss, a depression. Now somebody is moving in that Knight of Wands energy. Somebody's passionate, inspire action, adventure, fearlessness, and impulsiveness. This says the third deacon, Cancer, a second deacon, Leo. Yep, so somebody's playing in the spiritual realm. Most definitely. Somebody's playing in the spiritual realm. And they are playing like they're dead, which is weird. Maybe to possibly get an Ace of Pentacles or something of that nature. Maybe it was some type of competition in between magicians in some type of coven, and they most likely were getting some type of reward if they could do something that was a spiritual, some type of spiritual ritual, and they could have had a terror moment. Mm, mm, mm. Yep, now somebody's in the hangman energy. Somebody got a pause. They need to surrender, let go. They need a new perspective. They need enlightenment. The way they viewing things need to be different than from before. Somebody needs deep insight. Somebody should have tried to make a sacrifice or sacrifice something to do this ritual. Somebody needs to change and release. Now we're going to go with the Love Oracle deck. Because I'm a love person. I don't want to see nobody die. It's very sad. So, this is love reading messages from crossed over loved ones that want to get this message out. Somebody is thinking about somebody, they missing them, they craving them, they desiring somebody. Yep, somebody's lusting after somebody, some type of forbidden love, some type of non-committal sexual energy. That's on top of that Four of Swords, just like that, thinking that somebody's missing somebody on that Strength card. Clarifying this Ace of Pentacles, Spirit. What you want to tell me today, Spirit? Yep, somebody was ghosting somebody. Somebody's a ghost. I told you. Somebody is ghosting somebody. I told you it's a ghost in my home. They like to follow people that can possibly help them. They can see if they crossed over and can feel them. Yep, somebody's ghosting, disappearing. Somebody's invisible. Somebody passed away. They had a lot of money. Now they're a ghost. They feel invisible to the world. Somebody was withdrawn. They was single, lonely, and in solitary. Whoever had that terror moment. Poor Spirit, I'm so sorry these things have happened to you. Clarifying that Wheel of Fortune, somebody had some chemistry, could have had some biology going on. This is physics too. Somebody definitely, whatever's going on, is this Wheel of Fortune, clarifying this Wheel of Fortune, it's most definitely in the atmosphere with these portals. I know I ain't crazy. From what it was a portal in my closet, it was a portal in my basement, and it was a portal in a tree. and it was a portal behind my house, in the house that I used to live in. So if they can make portals like that, just like that, I know they can open these gates of hell, just like they can open the gates of heaven. Somebody was at their breaking point. They had their limit, had their final straw. They was overwhelmed, whoever was in that heartbreak. Yep. Somebody could have been in ecstasy. They could have been possibly on ecstasy. This Knight of Wands could have been possibly on the drug ecstasy. Chasing thrills, excitement, a good time. Yep, that King of Wands is taking ecstasy. You don't even know he a King of Wands. He out here popping pills. Lord Jesus. Yep, somebody was somebody's twin flame. They was mirroring somebody, they was sharing feelings, and they was reflecting. To clarify that hangman, and we got the heart fog. Somebody got mixed signals, blocked emotions, they messed up. Somebody was only for somebody, they was devoted out there. This is to a spirit that crossed over. They was devoted to somebody. They had an attachment, they was craving somebody. Excuse me, everybody. Yeah, somebody had a family with somebody, got somebody pregnant. Yep, somebody was fertile, parenthood, pregnancy. Could have possibly had broke up with who they was with this twin flame. Somebody had obscurity, a lot of secrets, mysteries, concealment. Somebody that was in this relationship with this twin flame had a family. And they had that somebody in the family, the man had secrets. He was concealing a lot of information, lying about things. Dealing with negative influences, negative attachments, third parties, and peers. Or old attachments, third parties, and peers. Let's get some loving messages, cards, meaning. Spirits like to touch. Sometimes they can get annoying. Because it's like, I know she can feel me. I can feel y'all. Please stop touching my face. If somebody was out partying, had a good time with their friends, having fun, they was happily single, living in the moment. Whoever this passed over loved one was, used to party all the time. He used to kick it, had he said about 4, 5 bitches. That's what I'm hearing from the spiritual realm. You go ahead now, but hopefully you didn't die of AIDS, because please wear a condom. Yep. Somebody could have got set up by a girl with a snake they was partying with. They was charmed or used. Enable boundaries. Yep, somebody got charmed by somebody that was a snake. They used to party with a girl. They used to party with a girl that had a snake. Not a physical snake, could be a spiritual snake, or she was just a snake in the grass. If somebody was cut down, they was cutting out, separating, stopping the pattern. Stopping the silent treatment. Yeah, somebody used to be in paradise, one of these spirits, when they was on earth. They used to be in paradise, happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other's company, honeymoon phase. Could have been with that girl that was a snake. Yep, because she had a mask on. She was hiding her true feelings, protecting and pretending and delude, gaslighting, and personifying. With somebody that they thought they was their soulmate. They thought they had a soul connection, a soul partnership, a soul contract, and a life partner. Let's get some Dark Confession Oracle cards, Spirit. I don't mind helping any spirit that crossed over. Just let me get some sleep sometime. Somebody was feeling unworthy of having love in their life. They was feeling miserable and lost. Somebody was feeling cold and detached from a connection. They can't feel their emotions right now. Somebody is finally seeing their worth, yet they still feel unworthy of somebody's love. I'm gonna pick up some more decks from Amazon as soon as I get my finances back in order. Cause you know I've had my karmic ways, so and karma done bit me in the butt, so I'm trying to get my stuff together too and focus on my life. And as the card came out, yep, focusing on my life, can't be bothered to worry about you right now. That's how I'm feeling. I feel you on that, spirit. Somebody said they seeing someone, but they are not ready for somebody to know about it yet. So whatever spirit, whatever demon then crossed over, they want somebody to know that they seeing somebody, and they don't want nobody to find out who they seeing yet. Now around what time is this gonna be going on, spirit? Let's get the time oracle deck. Cause you know people be doing some weird stuff all hours of the night. And we be wanna know what time is it? What time is it? Shoot. I be wanting to know. One thing about dealing with these demons, you can't go out there and face them head on, because they out there. And some of these demons are in high positions. So you gotta play it smart and think with your brain. Yeah, so something happened maybe 6 years ago to somebody, and it's not the right time to take action. It could have been 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 hours, 6 days, 6 minutes. Yeah, something gonna happen to a 13-year-old, or something happened 13 years ago, 13 months ago, 13 hours ago, 13 weeks ago, that's gonna affect next summer. Or somebody passed over that was 13 years old, that, you know, they thought they was gonna be around next summer, but they not. Poor spirit, I'm sorry that you passed over. Half the deck fell out. You know we don't make no mistakes over here. So yeah, something gonna happen in October, around October 24th. Or something gonna happen in October, 24 months from then. Or 24 months ago. Somebody's birthday was in October. Or they'll be 24 years old after October. Something could have significantly happened to them. One of these spirits was 48 years old. Something's gonna happen to them on the next full moon. Somebody was 58 years old, and whatever they did was a waste of time because they done passed away. Something could happen to a 12-year-old next fall, or something happened to a 12-year-old, and it's gonna affect what's gonna happen next fall. Something could have happened 12 years ago, 12 months ago, 12 hours ago, 12 weeks ago, even 12 minutes ago. Hell, things happening every 5 minutes in the world. Actually, every second, if we count the crime rate. Yes. So somebody could have been 51 years old that passed away. You know, and something could be happening to somebody that's 51 years old by the end of the week. So be careful. Something could happen on July 21st. It could be significant. It could be somebody's birthday, which today is July 21st. So it's very significant because I'm doing a reading on July 21st and this came out. Kudos to the spirits because they know what's going on. Something could have happened 2 years ago and it's not worth somebody's time now. Or something happened to a 2-year-old and it's not worth the time. Somebody could be doing time in jail for something that they did to a 2-year-old. Something could have happened 3 years ago that could affect what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks to somebody. Or something happened 3 months ago, 3 hours ago, 3 weeks ago. Or something happened to a 3-year-old. Somebody that was 47 years old, they had indecision that it was causing delays and they could have passed over. They could have possibly didn't want to go to the hospital, scared to go to the hospital, don't like the hospital. Yeah, this spirit did not like the hospital, whoever they is. They didn't like the hospital because they knew the hospital was a setup because, you know, some hospitals are ran by demonic entities that believe in the Illuminati and they believe in Freemason and Eastern Star. So you have to be careful where you go to. If you're going to go to a hospital, make sure it's a St. Mark, St. Luke's, St. John, somebody with a saint in it. St. Joseph, anything with a saint in it. Something could have happened to a 59-year-old and there is no more time for them. They could have passed away. So sorry to hear that. Something could have happened to a 23-year-old. That's significant this September. Like, it could have been their birthday coming up in September and somebody passed away that was 23 years old. And, you know, their family is about to probably be doing some type of memorial service for them. So somebody was 42 years old and it was the wrong time when they made a bad decision. And they passed away. Something could happen on March 17th, so be careful. Anybody either born on March 17th, something could happen significantly to you. So be very careful. Something could happen May 19th to a 19-year-old. So be careful. Or something happened 19 months ago that had something to do that was significant with something in May. Something happened to an 11-year-old and they could have passed away. And next spring could be their memorial service. Something happened 8 years ago It could have possibly happened to an 8-year-old, but the time is now, says Spirit. And next year looks promising for a 45-year-old. So be on the lookout for that, whoever you are, because Spirit is giving you the warning and the heads up. And that's the reading for today. Thank you and have a great day. Like and subscribe.